Hi. Hello. Welcome. Hello and welcome to another exciting edition of Exception. Just sort of does a bunch of like unexpected non-committal games just for the heck of it. We are really suffering under the weight of not having a consistent project to be working on. I could be doing the scenic route, but I'm procrastinating on scenic route. So today is something unexpected, but I would say in theme for what I like and what you think I like. There's a public perception of me. There's a private perception of me. I think these both would be something you would expect if you knew enough. But let's go to the thing real quick. Okay, so what are we seeing? What are you seeing? For anyone who's a regular to me, this would be completely foreign to them. What is this? I will explain. In the hit history of history, there was a board game, and that board game was called Diplomacy. If I were to describe Diplomacy, I would call it risk without the luck, and a lot more of the player-made agreements. If you imagine you're playing Risk and you're like in like South Africa and you're trying to do your thing and you gotta talk to Northern Europe and be like, hey, Northern Europe, truce? We gotta make sure that Australia can't like establish itself. That's kind of all what Diplomacy is about. It's just like the fundamental game of alliances and betrayal and all that good stuff. Why am I playing it? Well, I've been thinking about why I like chess and why I like commentating chess more than I like playing it. I like commentating chess because when I'm commentating, I'm not losing. In contrast to when I'm playing. But also, I realized that when people talk about chess moves, they're usually talking about like, oh, that was good, or oh, that was bad. It's a lot more about the results. But me, not actually good at chess, commentating a chess match, I tend to talk about the why, the motivations, even if they're mistaken motivations. People do moves on a chessboard because they think it's a good idea. Or at least there's some underlying motivation. And Diplomacy, being a game of communicated agreements and secrecy, you can't really say that any one move is bad unless it's like really objectively bad. Because every single person is acting in their own isolated, limited knowledge, trying to figure out what everyone else is going to do. So every move they put in, they believe to be like the best option for them, given the circumstances, given the information they have or the information they think they have. And I think, great. I think that's really interesting. So I would very much like to experience the mind behind Diplomacy players and like to be sort of an officiator of a tournament just to see all of the sort of dramatic irony that happens. Because you'll have like England and they'll have I'm sorry, that'll be a recurring problem. I'm doing this in a window in full screen mode, so when I go to the top, you get like the tab and stuff. That's going to be a recurring issue this stream, but that's okay. So you get like England over here who's like, I'm going to team up with France and do stuff while France is actively preparing to stab them in the back. And that's really cool to me. I love thinking about things. So I'm gonna try and play it. I'm gonna try and embed myself into the world of Diplomacy, the game. I will sort of be learning as we do this. This is just, what we're seeing right now is just a regular me versus 6 computer opponents who can't even talk. So there will be no actual, like, diplomatic communications that we could theoretically actually have. Yeah, that's not happening. I don't have any real opponents that know how to write in English. But I could eventually. Right now, my goal for the day is to just sort of play through, get a decent understanding of the rules, get some intuitions, and then eventually in the future, I could possibly like play with other people, and that'll be really fun and cool and stuff. I'll be sort of going over the rules as they become relevant. This is mostly just for myself, and you're allowed to watch. That's kind of the way of this stream. I'm gonna get the music a little subtler. There we go. Okay, so let's talk the situation. I'm gonna try and think out my thought process, knowing that there is no actual diplomatic communications other than the moves we make. And you can give information from the moves you make. It's possible. It's real. So I appear to be playing as Turkey, and I think this is the case because it says Tur in yellow in the top left corner, and the Turkey units are bolded more. So I probably have to deliver orders now. So the basic idea is you have a certain number of units and you give each of them one order, and all of your opponents are giving them all one order. And then you do the orders all at once, and there are conflicts, and we see how those conflicts resolve. Now, I have seen enough other people play diplomacy that as Turkey, what you want to do, and we'll figure out the UI, we want to move Constantinople to Bulgaria. We want to move, well, okay, there's a bit of, I'll get to that one. And we want to move the fleet at Ankara into the Black Sea. And we can expect that our opponent, Russia, will move Sevastopol into the Black Sea as well. And we'll just be in a stalemate here until other stuff happens, and that's fine. Meanwhile, the little Smyrny-Wurny over here, it can either go to Constantinople or can stay in place. I'm going to move it to Constantinople so that you can, like, we're going to move Constantinople to Bulgaria and Smyrna to Constantinople. And I only know these names because I've watched enough other people play this game that I vaguely remembered. I don't know geography. I'm an ignorant individual operating the United States culture. Please bear with me. But, as just a general run-through, we are going to submit these moves. Everyone else will have submitted their moves, and we will see what happens. And then, I think we'll start getting into the finer tactics of the situation. Submitted. Now we wait for the results. Ah, here they are. Okay, so we can already see that things have happened. As expected, Ankara and Sevastopol have tried to both go to the Black Sea, and this means that neither get it. So none of our units actually end up moving. These seem to have gone successfully. Austria is moving south, and also Vienna is moving to Galicia. Russia is moving south. That's unfortunate, but kind of expected. I would have liked it if they tried harder to get the Scandinavian areas over here, but whatever. Everything's looking pretty normal. But this is just sort of the demonstration. There's another. Vienna and Warsaw have both tried to go here, and both have failed. So they get sent back. Okay. Next turn. The goal here is to get all of these locations that have dots on them, because the locations with dots give you more units to order around. Or at least the right to build more units to order around. And if you get 18 of these locations, you win. But you only capture those locations every other turn. So it's sort of a year system. Right now it's autumn, it was spring when I did the first move. And then the control changes over at the end of autumn, which will be this move right here. So now we are inevitably going to be in conflict with opponents, and we need to decide what we're doing. Hey, Pianui, I'm currently operating in the European theater of war at World War I, and I'm trying to figure out how the heck to get Austria to leave me alone. So here's my thoughts. One, we always go Black Sea. Never stop going Black Sea. We cannot let Russia have the Black Sea. It is not allowed. We have Bulgaria, but if we move out and try to move something in, we could expect a theoretical situation where the Serbian army tries to go to Bulgaria and then, like, neither of us get Bulgaria. So that's a bit of a gamble. The fleet at Alb is almost certainly going to try and go for Greece. In fact, so the fact that it's going to Greece means that the Serbian army is either going to try and help it into Greece to sort of secure that, or it's going to try and do something against us. And I don't know what it will be. France is looking pretty okay. It's kind of looking a little bit lopsided, but this is France during World War I. It's not France that it is currently. France appears to be okay. They moved out into the Mid-Atlantic Ocean, which is interesting because you'd expect them to maybe try and take the English Channel, but this possibly means that they're trying to take all of Iberia and then go into attack Italy, maybe. But okay, right now we have to deal with this gamble. Constantinople really can't do anything except for move into Bulgaria, but the Bulgarian army can either try and stop. Okay, actually, here's my plan. I gotta figure out what everyone's doing. I gotta make a decision. Here's my idea. Russia has Ukraine and Sevastopol right next to Romania. If we move into Romania, the only way that Russia gets Romania is if they support with the Black Sea Fleet in Sevastopol. Which is to say, the fleet in Sevastopol that usually wants to go to the Black Sea. Which means if they get Romania, we get the Black Sea by default. Which is good, I think. But if they know that, and we know they're going to try to do that, then we would want to move elsewhere because we can't contest that. Unless Serbia supports us into Romania. And, you know, maybe they would. Maybe they would support us into Romania. You can order a fleet to move to a place, and if you give support move orders to another unit nearby, they can sort of increase the strength of your movement. Try and punch in and actually get in. So in this situation, Serbia could help the Bulgarian move to Romania, which would then allow us to sort of muscle out Russia from getting it at all. I'm going to say that's good enough. Bulgaria, Romania, we sort of like swoosh around the Black Sea to try and take control of it all from Russia. If anything else, we know that nobody can get Romania unless Russia loses the Black Sea to us. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to try and operate on the local theater and just sort of expand out as it becomes more relevant. Okay. As expected, Russia has strong-armed itself into Romania. Unfortunately, Serbia has moved to Greece on that. So what I really should have done is called this bluff and moved to Serbia and got that. It's okay, though. I think this is fine. In theory. Ah, okay, I understand why Austria has done this. They're trying to defend against the Italian invasion. Cool. So, now it is winter of 1901, which means we get to officially capture Bulgaria and gain stuff. As we are now the proud owner of Bulgaria, we can now build something in one of our 3 starting locations. I can't choose Constantinople. There's already something there. Knowing my general Turkey vibes, I should probably make a fleet, because if I make an army, we will eventually be bottled up here with no ability to escape. So I will build a fleet in Smear, to eventually sort of hold off and maybe move into the Mediterranean sort of theater of war. Especially going to the Aegean, I think would be a good idea. So that'll be my construction. Let's see what everyone else builds. Okay, Austria's built an army in Budapest. That probably means that we're eventually going to be in conflict, though that's probably the only place they could have built anything. Italy got an army in Venice. France got a fleet at Brest and an army at Paris. Russia got an army at Warsaw, definitely committing to the land theater of war. Germany got an army at Kiev and a fleet at Berlin. England got a fleet at London. I will fight. So we now have the Black Sea, which is great. It means that we can do a lot of good stuff. The power of a fleet is, one, it can go on water, and two, it can move other units to other adjacent land unit locations in the water by convoy. So I could convoy this to, like, here, in theory, if I gave this a convoy order, which would be funny. I don't know if I actually want to do that. I don't know how to... Oh, I just make a hold order. Okay. So. Austria is going to be... Austria is very dense. All of its armies and units are right next to each other in this sort of heartland of the universe. But it seems like for the most part, they're trying to defend against Italy. So, while I don't think we can safely take Serbia, I do think we could safely take Greece eventually, especially with support from this fleet. So I'm going to move the fleet here into the Aegean. The Black Sea needs to start operating as general support to conquer the universe. And for that reason, I am going to convoy the Constantinople fleet, or Constantinople army, to Romania. Bulgaria supports Constantinople to Romania, and Black Sea is the convoy that lets that happen. Because otherwise, Constantinople and Romania are not close enough to each other. The problem here is that I think it's very, very obvious that the correct move on Russia is to just support Romania's defense, which means that we may not even want to do that at all. In that case, we could try and move to Serbia just as like a hello, friendly hello, how you doing? Move the Constantinople army to Bulgaria. And then fleet supports Constantinople into Bulgaria in order to make sure that Russia doesn't like try and slap it from us. Now that we're in the Black Sea, we just own the Black Sea. I'm gonna do this. I'm afraid of Austria. Austria could very much choose to pick me as its ultimate enemy. Okay, that was sort of expected. Okay. Also expected they defended Romania. Good to know. So where does that leave us? Italy is moving in now that they've taken Tunis. They're trying to contest the powers of Greece. And we're basically where we started, except we have the Aegean now. Russia is fully committed to a southern war. So we have two options in my mind. We can strong arm ourselves into Greece, or we can try and spread out our attack. Problem is, I think Italy might try to intervene in the defense of Greece just because it's Italy. It's the kind of thing they would do. We're kind of stuck. And I would kind of very much like to own more territory. So I'm going to convoy Constantinople to Greece, and I'm going to have Bulgaria support that. So just like force us to get Greece, and then we can maybe do something over here with another little bit of power and strength. And hope Italy doesn't intervene. Oh boy, how's it gonna go? Oh, wait, what? Oh, okay. I see. So, to explain, Italy did indeed try to interfere with my acquisition of Greece by putting a support defense for Greece. Which, if successful, would have stopped this plan from working at all. Constantinople would have gone into Greece, bounced off of the power of these two, and then reflected back to Constantinople. But it didn't work because Austria wasn't in on the plan. They moved to Serbia to take it. Which means that is free Greece for me. Russia continuing to be dedicated to the ground war. Ukraine's actually moving back to Moscow, probably to fight off England in the north, which has invaded St. Petersburg. Cool. So, by my perception, hi, Acela. Yeah, Greece is on sale today. So, it's my general opinion that Austria is currently in the process of collapsing. But we get another unit we can make. Now, as far as fleet composition at this point, I'm not sure. Getting another fleet would be a very anti-Italian move. Getting another army... I mean, armies are general purpose in that they can invade the land, but my fear is that I am still very tightly packed here. But also, Italy controls the Ionian Sea, and it's going to be a real tough act to actually escape unless I have two fleets to their one. As far as composite 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't think Italy gets to build anything. It's just their 4, which means they will be stuck with one fleet for at least the next 2 moves. So I think fleet is the correct answer here. And eventually I'll talk to real people who know how the game works. And they'll learn. They'll tell me. I'll learn. Okay. Now, because Austria is currently being consumed alive, they actually have less dots than they have units, so they had to get rid of something. And they got rid of their Trieste fleet, which is interesting. It means that their Galicia army is just in the middle of nowhere, but they actually have a free shot at Warsaw, unless Moscow intervenes. Okay. So, general opinion of the situation is that Austria is basically doomed. Now we need to worry about Russia. Russia is scary and large. I'm already starting to regret my actions. I think if I put an army at Ankh or Constantinople, I could have convoyed it to Romania, supported it in, and now that Russia's sort of surrounded here, it would have given me a little bit of an opportunity to bust through their defensive lines. Something which I unfortunately do not have anymore. Oh. 1, 2... Oh, no, I forgot about Tunis. Okay, no, yeah, Italy did get a fleet. Okay. That's annoying. I think in that case, what I want to do is I want to put one of the fleets at Greece. Just to ensure stability. Because if the one at Naples goes, like, all the way to Albania, then it could start pushing in. And as much as Russia is sort of here, it can't do anything there. So I'm going to move the Greece fleet to Serbia. I'm going to Bulgaria support the fleet into there. I'm going to move the Aegean fleet into Greece. And we're going to move the Smyrna fleet into... This might be a little too fast. Like, if Italy predicts this and goes to Greece, I've basically just squandered an entire movement of both fleets. And, like, they could totally predict that. That's a thing they could do. But even in the absence of an army at Greece, or just any unit of mine at Greece, I think it's fine. The fleet, the Black Sea can just sort of... I don't actually know. I could support Bulgaria. That would be the self-centered option. If I wanted to predict something wacky, I could try and get into Sevastopol, but that would just open me up to this fleet going to Armenia and then take this, and I can't get back in time. So I think for safety, I just stop some possible Russia-Austria micro-alliance and just keep the ball rolling. Maybe the smarter option would be to move into East Mediterranean, but then this fleet could move into the Aegean, and that's annoying. Especially considering... Oh, no. Stop all of this. I've realized the situation. If I let the fleet in the Ionian get anywhere, it means that the fleet in Naples can then move into the Ionia and support it in, like, flanking maneuvers. We cannot let that happen. So I think the true move is to be... France just conquered Spain. That's what happens. France is doing France stuff. They've conquered Iberia and are now moving to the north. That's just normal France stuff. And Portugal, too. Well, Portugal's part of Iberia, so that's not really a clarification I had to make. Okay, so I think we... What does this fleet do? I mean, I could try and move into the Ionian, but that doesn't do anything. Wait, Black Sea should not be doing that. I'm going to do something extremely wacky and possibly very foolish. I'm going to move the Black Sea fleet to Bulgaria. The idea here is that if we do get into Serbia, I can just keep rebouncing with Sevastopol again. But if the Serbia thing fails, which I expect it to, then no harm, no foul. I defend Bulgaria from a Russian... No, wait. If they're going to do that, I should move the Black Sea Fleet to Romania. It's a gamble, but it might pay off. I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay. All right. I understand what's going on. I don't understand a thing. What are these orders? The Aegean and Naples bounced because Ionia and Eastern Mediterranean Smyrna bounced. So the fleets have not moved. This fleet tried to get into Romania. It was supported. Army was always there. It was never going to get in there on its own. That was just to prevent a sneaky move into Bulgaria. But this is interesting. I don't even understand what happened here. Serbia supported Galicia in the Budapest. Romania tried to hold that, which it failed to because I slapped Romania. So this would have succeeded, except I slapped Serbia, thus removing the support attack of Galicia to Budapest, which means that due to me, Romania couldn't defend Budapest, but also due to me, Galicia couldn't attack Budapest. So I just completely nullified everything they did there, and I get Serbia. That's funny. That's really funny. Okay then, on to autumn. What are we gonna do in autumn? Okay, the big threat here is that the Serbia army is alone. And the odds of it being able to hold is very, very low. Like, we are very likely going to be pushed out by a coalition of people that just hate me and head back to Bulgaria. So, what to do? What to do? Italy's about to get real powerful. Like, I need to like protect my interests here. So as much as I don't like to, I want to move the Aegean fleet to Bulgaria, south coast, just to stop Russia from waltzing in there, because I need to defend Serbia as well. There's no possible support that makes that work, so I don't need to do that. Wait, in that case, all I need to do is slap a hypothetical thing moving into Bulgaria. That could be the Black Sea Fleet. Or another back cap situation, which in theory might make me lose a unit, but if it doesn't, it means that Russia is having a bad day. Maybe I can move the Smyrna. No, I want to bottle in Italy. So let's do this. Oh boy. The tensions are high. Okay, all right. We are holding the Italians at bay, and we've kept Serbia. We've also ruined whatever this is. And we even get to keep the Black Sea. I feel bad for Russia. Russia is on like pure defensive duty. So it seems that by us slapping Romania, we have failed to give defense to Budapest. But because Albania tried to slap Trieste, Italy didn't get Bulgaria. Which means that Russia holds stable, has actually taken back St. Petersburg from the English. And is doing a bunch of northern stuff. So really, it's me, collapsing Austria, Russia being hyper defensive, and Italy being my main threat that's going on here. But the good news is that we've gained territory. We've acquired Serbia. given our two fleets are running full-time duty, just sort of stopping the Italians from getting a foothold, I feel okay making an army. Whether I make an army at Constantinople and Ankara, I don't think it matters. Either way, I need to start pushing against Russia. Austria is just about to cease to exist. They have no dots. They're going to have to disband both armies. That's unfortunate for them, I would say. Waiting on the bots. Okay, yep, Austria is off the board. That's one country down. Russia's built an army at Warsaw. That was literally the only thing it could possibly do. There's a new fleet at Kyiv. Venice is building an army that it doesn't bode too well. But it's kind of stuck there. Maybe it's going to go attack France. France didn't get any builds. England lost the Yorkshire army. Oh, England lost a lot. Germany has taken Scandinavia. That's important intel. Okay. So, it is now spring of the year 1904. How do we dictate this theater of war? We could perpetually try and hold off. My worry is that Russia and Italy will try and ally themselves and pull something in Serbia. It's occurred to me that the Aegean fleet doesn't actually need to move into Naples to stop the Naples fleet from moving into Ionia. I just need to stop the Ionian fleet from moving. Which means what I would like to do is move Constantinople over there. No. No, 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 yes. Wait, no, Moscow's real. Moscow can defend Sevastopol. Never mind that. Move here. You go back to holding until I figure out what you should do. The long-term defense of Serbia is important because it's the most vulnerable location we have. So support Constantinople's move into Bulgaria. Greece, you support Serbia in defense, and Serbia, you just stay there. Actually, I'm gonna try and like make a statement and be like, "Hey, Budapest, go slap Trieste right now." Now this will hopefully convey to Russia that I would like to be friends. And that they should go attack Trieste. I know that the bots aren't like high fidelity in their capabilities, but it should still be good enough to understand that much, hopefully. That should be good. Also, if you heard me pause there, it's because I just got like a Discord notification from Rose freaking out about the fact that I'm playing diplomacy on stream. Okay, anything else? Black Sea, you want to do something? How about you slap Romania just in case it's supporting something? Okay, ready. Whoa, a lot of red lines are happening. It would appear that I have ruined Russia's day. By slapping Romania, I have forced them out of Budapest because they're no longer defending against the joint Italian offensive. Well, that stinks. I think Italy is going to be the greatest threat, and they're probably going to destroy me. That said, their fleets have been completely nullified by the Smyrna fleet. Okay, it's autumn now. Due to our... We can start dictating. We can start being the maker of power here. Because Italy wants Budapest, of course, by the fact that they are sitting in Budapest and are probably going to try and take it. Russia is... I'm not going to say weak, but Italy is locally strong. So I'm going to try and do some interference moves that support Russia moving out west. Because if Russia moves out west, then they can probably be like, oh, thank you, Turkey. You can have Sevastopol, since I'm not using it at all. It's just a fleet. So that being the case, I want to move Greece to Albania, move Serbia to slap Trieste, which I assume will be support defending Budapest, and then move Bulgaria to Greece. Actually, no, Bulgaria can support Romania in defense as a gesture of goodwill. Yeah, I like this. I like this. We're swapping from pure tactics to diplomatic relations. And then, I don't know, Aegean can, like, just chill out. No, wait, I have an idea. Aegean can support Smyrna into East Mediterranean. Thus, we can finally start pushing the Italians away. Gate the Ionian. And then, like, threaten Tunis and Naples and stuff. I like this. Okay, let's see what a slap at Trieste will do. Oh. Oh, that's not good. Not only did that not work, it appears that we have become Italy's primary target. Well, time for a new game mechanic, retreats. When you attack an army and it needs to go somewhere, it has to move to an adjacent location. This is also really bad for me because it means I have to get rid of a unit that I own. In fact, I'm going to actually preempt that by just disbanding that unit. Because we're going to go down to 5 anyway, and I probably don't want that army on... Well, no. I want to move it to Greece, and then I'll disband Albania. That stinks. That really stinks. I don't know if there are any other retreats going on. Yeah, it was just me. Just needed time to load. Well, time to disband something. I no longer have the logistics necessary to hold out as I am. I need to make a choice. Given my circumstances, I think I can trust Russia to be generally in my interests. Like, they will want to take Vienna and Budapest and stuff. I still want the Black Sea Fleet because letting Russia take the Black Sea is just sort of rolling over and just being completely vulnerable. Do I get rid of the East Asian fleet? The Ionia could try and, like, swoop into Serbia, and this, like... This double play here is the only thing stopping a massive Italian invasion. So I think I get rid of Albania and just sort of go on defensive duty for a little bit. That stinks. That really stinks. Meanwhile, France, Germany, and England are in a three-way war with each other. Germany has so many fleets doing stuff in the Atlantic. Well, not really the Atlantic, but like the North Sea. The Denmark, Norway, Norwegian coast, etc. And Italy gets 2 builds. This is bad. This is really, really bad for me. Okay, alright, how are we doing this? Well, I think, at the very least, I can muscle out Italy from the Ionian. And if they lose sea support, then I can very much just try and hold the line here. How do I do that? The only threat to Greece right now is the Ionian fleet moving in while Serbia slaps it. Or, well, Serbia supports it in. So I think the move is actually to slap Serbia so it can't get in. So the idea is that, like, the Ionian fleet will move into Greece with support from Serbia. Because we slapped Serbia, it's not enough. So Greece can just sort of exist there. Greece can even support Bulgaria into Serbia. That might work, just to force Italy on the defensive. But then, with the Ionian Sea failing to get to Greece, our East Mediterranean, supported by the Aegean, can move into the Ionian and have to, like, push them out to, like, Tunis or something. Meanwhile, the Black Sea can provide, I don't know, symbolic support to Romania. I think that's a good idea. Okay. Okay. This is good. This is very good. It appears that we have successfully coordinated a little bit. So what happened? Romania has supported Galicia into Budapest, and I, at Greece, supported Bulgaria into Serbia. This is fantastic. It means that Italy loses territorial control of Budapest, loses territorial control of Serbia, and I think both of those armies are actually forced off the board. They have nowhere to retreat to. I don't know if I can, like, see the retreat orders, but, like, yeah, yeah, here we are. Like, they're just gone. They're just gone units I don't have to care about anymore. Now what? Okay, so I think we need to just secure our recent recapturing of Serbia through some coordinated defenses. Once again, the only threat to Greece is an Ionian-Albanian combo meal. Serbia is theoretically in danger from a Trieste-Albania combo, but if we just have just like a support hold party, I think that's fine. So these two just sort of defend each other, and as long as Russia doesn't do anything spooky, that works. Next up is the vulnerability of Bulgaria. I don't know if Russia's going to go for it. I really think Russia is going to want to try and like defend Budapest. Russia seems to be very defensive. But I also don't want to take that risk. So I'm going to move the Aegean into Bulgaria, which you might think is a terrible idea, but here's the plan. I'm going to move the Black Sea into Bulgaria as well. They will slap against each other and neither will move, no matter what. But it also means that because they tried to move in, if Russia's Romanian army tries to go in Bulgaria, there is a slap happening, which will move them back. Meanwhile, I will just try and provide general harassment of the Ionian from the east. Just to make sure that this Ionian fleet can't support some wacky shenanigan from the others. And just continue as such. I think this secures a Serbia, especially with the assumption that Russia is going to want to be anti-Italian and keep Budapest. Let's hope it works. Come on, Russia, don't you be stabbing me. Ah, darn it. The line did not hold. I repeat, the line did not hold. Albanian Trieste combo happened, and it is Russia the winner of this engagement. At the very least, we have... Yeah, okay, we're back at the status quo. Oh, no, wait, we're not. We just... There's nowhere for it to retreat, so it needs to disband. That stinks. We lost our Serbian army. But we're about to be able to just rebuild it anyway. Yep, that makes sense. That makes sense. So, now what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Italy is neutral on units. We get to rebuild something that we previously lost. I think the play is an army in Constantinople. We are anti-Italian right now, and we don't really have room for more fleets, especially with an army stuck on Greece. Okay, ready up. Okay, Russia is happy. It's getting armies in the north. Germany got an army. Other than that, nothing big or fancy. Okay. There is a threat of an attack on Greece, only supposing that I don't defend it with a move of some kind. The Constantinople fleet really needs to just get to Bulgaria. I can't betray Russia at this point. Our forces are too tied together. Okay, the fear is Serbia uncontested into Greece with support from Ionia, or Ionian into Greece with support from Serbia. If it's Serbia into Greece, I can stop it by just trying to, like, muscle out Ionian as normal. If it's Ionian into Greece, then that means that I can't slap this Serbian unit. It's too far away. My hope is that Italy has greater concerns in the north, because what I really want to do is just push out the Ionian But I can't even do that because they've got these two fleets that can double strength in. Either way, the move to Ionian is correct. The support, I don't know. Supporting Greece in hold might be good. It guarantees we keep it, but it doesn't do much else. We could support Constantinople into Bulgaria with the Black Sea Fleet. That should make it more consistent to actually get in there and then be able to follow it up with some sort of attack on Italy afterwards. So let's do this and hope we get a good enough position to pull a stunt in autumn. Interesting, interesting. Ionian fleet to Albania. The Sevastopol fleet has moved. This is not a drill. Oh no, that's not good. The Black Sea fleet. Okay, all right. This is bad. Retreats happened. England disbanded an army. Disbanded. No, it moved it to London. Okay. Okay, this is bad. Why is this bad? Because the Armenian fleet can just move into Ankh, which means that I need to. Oh no! Wait, this is actually double bad. This is a bait. This is a bait and switch, but I don't know if it's going to be a real bait and switch or a double bait and switch. The fleet at Armenia is threatening to take Ankh. The only way I could possibly stop it is by moving the Black Sea to Ankh. But if I move the Black Sea to Ankh, the Armenian fleet could be like, ah, I knew you would go to Ankh, so I'm going to go to the Black Sea and take it from you, thus in one fell swoop taking the Black Sea from me. And they've backed it up with a Sevastopol shenanigan. Which means that the only way to actually like long-term hold stuff is to move Ankh, move Aegean to Constantinople to try and take the back sea if they've done this bluff. This is bad for me. You can imagine how this might be bad for me. Okay, I'm gonna expect that they're gonna try and move the Albanian to Ionian. So they're threatening to take Greece, and they're probably gonna take Greece. So to stop them, I'm gonna try and take Serbia while they're not looking. Okay, this is a problem. This is a problem. Russia has betrayed me. And Russia called my bluff. Okay, this is so bad. There's nowhere to go. I've lost an army. I've lost Greece as well. Oh boy. Not good. Not good. And in builds, I got nothing to do. Just everyone else doing builds. Taking a while on their orders, huh? Oh, there we go. Okay, I feel doomed. That's what I feel right now. I've lost pretty much everything. Oh, okay, yeah, there we go. So, Turkey, have been bottled up. I need to get Russia and Italy hurting each other. I may need to officially go to war with Russia. My best chance of doing that is taking Sevastopol in Romania. So how do I go about doing that? Step one is probably get the Black Sea Fleet out of there. Which is actually guaranteed. The combined Constantinople-Ankara fleets can move the Black Sea out. The only problem is that it'll just kind of be stuck in Armenia again. Which means we are going to be engaging in a full-on naval warfare with Russia, given the fact that anything else kind of just completely obliterates me. Wait. Idea. If we do this, support move in, the Black Sea Fleet will... The Black Sea Fleet will go to Armenia. That's forced. It's forced to do that. Then we could follow up with like a convoy within Black Sea to Armenia, supported by Ankara, to blow up the Armenian fleet once and for all. Which means that the Aegean fleet doesn't have to do that, what I'm ordering it to do. Instead, I'm going to try and retake Greece with Bulgaria. I might lose Bulgaria, but I might gain Greece. Wait, in that case, maybe I... No, I keep it like this. Wait, no, if I do this, I ruin my entire freaking convoy plan. So support the Aegean into there, please. The reason I'm doing it this way is because if they like swarm Bulgaria in like a weird pincer move, the retreat to Constantinople will still be available. I think. Okay. Interesting. My enemies are such geniuses. They moved Sevastopol to Armenia so that the Black Sea Fleet could retreat to Sevastopol. Incredible. Also, Italy, of course, tried to support Romania and Bulgaria. The bad news is that the Ionian has moved into the Aegean in the absence of me being in the Aegean. Which stinks. But I have Greece. But I can do this plan anyway. An army in Armenia is scary because I can no longer accurately predict what it's going to do. It could go to Smyrna, as far as I know. That was actually a genius maneuver by Russia. They found the one way that stops me from stopping them. So I now either need to panic or run the risk of being obliterated. Yeah, I have no way of defending Samir on this turn. They're just gonna take it. Unless Italy also tries to take it. That would be wonderful if they both tried to take it from me and failed. Okay, here's the plan. The Italian Navy has enough firepower to force me out of Greece, and I don't know how to stop it. The Sevastopol fleet, in failure to do anything strategically relevant, is just support central. So I'm gonna try and I'm flailing here, but I'm gonna try and dislodge I'm gonna try and wind her around to get Sevastopol, despite the fact that I'm losing Smyrna before that. Greece holds. Actually, no. Greece moved to Serbia. Oh, no, wait. Greece is a fleet, my bad. Oh, okay. Let's see what happens. This is getting obliterated. That's not even a question. Okay. Just occurred to me that I can consciously view the moves that have been made. What do we have here? A giant cavalcade of maneuvers tactically designed to ruin my day. But not all is lost. I have, as predicted, lost Greece, and the fleet there is going to explode. But Smyrna holds, thanks to the Italian-Russia both trying to take it. This invasion to destroy the Armenian army failed because Sevastopol's fleet tried to move to the Black Sea. Which stinks. So now this has to retreat to the ever so lovely location of non-existence. And we proceed. And I get to build something to help my circumstances. I'm gonna build an army at Smyrna. Okay. Yes. So the situation is pretty dire. Having lost mostly all of my stuff, and being pushed back to basically my starting borders. Except now I have 2 fleets and an army instead of 2 armies and a fleet. I have very little going for me, except the fact that I can probably take Sevastopol if I tried. Germany got an army. England is about to be off the board. I'm at least not second off the board. So, what's the plan? The plan is to move Smyrna to Armenia. They're going to predict this and go to Syria. It'll stink. We're going to try and move the Bulgaria force to Armenia, support Bulgaria into Romania. Ankara will support the Smyrna army into Armenia. And we'll just lose all of our starting territory in a desperate bid to be angry at Russia. No, let's think. Let's think some things. We are under a great naval blockade in the Aegean and Greece. Aegean, Greece, Serbia, all of these units can only really be used against us unless Russia wants to attack Serbia. I do believe that this is really the only possibility for us. We need to make moves. We need to perform actions. This won't actually work. It won't actually work, but we'll try it. Wait, better idea. Move to Sevastopol. Slap it. Make sure it No funny business. Okay, the army move is successful. We have dislodged it. It is going to go to Syria and still threaten Smyrna. Italy is continuing its grandiose invasion, but fortunately, Italy doesn't actually want to attack me. It wants Russia to attack me. But Russia is too busy defending the Galicia, Vienna, Budapest, Romania line. This means that we have a clear shot at Sevastopol. Save for the fact that the Syrian army is going to try and take Smyrna, but hopefully the navies there also try and take Smyrna. So how are we doing this? I think the choice is pretty simple. Move this to Sevastopol, support Armenia into Sevastopol. Then we just need to slap the Romanian army to make sure that they don't support defend Sevastopol. And then the Ankara fleet can move to Constantinople to try and block the Aegean moving into Constantinople, while East Asia goes for Smyrna at the same time that the Russian army does, thus keeping us completely safe and secure. Everything is fine. Man, this game is stressful. They don't tell you how stressful this game is. And failure. Okay. So, here's the results here. The slap at Romania succeeded. Bulgaria has stopped Romania from defending Sevastopol, allowing the Armenian army to get in there. Which means we own Sevastopol. Fantastic. Even better, the fleet there has nowhere to retreat to. It must disband. Once again, Italy is trying to get Russia to attack me. But it didn't work. And as a result, Bulgaria holds in the wackiest consequence ever. The tragedy is that we have lost Smyrna. And we've lost Smyrna because Italy doubled up trying to get into Smyrna instead of doing like Constantinople-Smyrna twin play. Which is annoying. It means that we're net neutral on territory gained. But it means that we have an opening into the future. Look at this. The Black Sea is ours. With this, we can basically overpower Romania and take it for ourselves. Italy got another fleet. Germany got another army. What else is new? We could also try and... Wait. I see the future. I do not see the future, but I see opportunity. Nothing can reach Moscow. The only way that Russia can stop an army move from Sevastopol to Moscow and, like, take it back would be if... Like, because this is a fleet. This can't defend Moscow. It can't support anything into Moscow. It's landlocked. They would have to move Galicia to Warsaw and Romania to Ukraine, or Romania to Sevastopol. And Galicia to Ukraine or Galicia to Warsaw. They would have to move both of these army units back north immediately to stop me from taking Moscow. Which means... Now, the opportunity there is that I need to move to Moscow now. If I wait... One of these units moving north to Warsaw, Ukraine, would then bounce me and I can't get in. Which means I either guarantee Moscow at the cost of having no army in Sevastopol right now, or I stall, try and get some control here at the cost of not guaranteeing Moscow for myself. But if I get Moscow now, and both of these units move out. If I move Black Sea to Sevastopol, So like this would force these two units to Warsaw and Ukraine, which would make Romania open to just walk into. Which means I'm either guaranteed Moscow without losing Sevastopol, or I am not guaranteed Moscow, but will steal Romania from them, and the Russian defensive line will collapse. It's also, I think, a generally good idea for me to move away from the ocean, because Italy has so many fleets, I can't contest that. Turkey needs to move into an army nation in order to survive. And that means moving up to Moscow and just sort of operating that way. We should probably hold the line here just to make sure that Italy doesn't destroy us. In fact, we need to actually talk about how to stop Italy from destroying us. The Aegean-Smyrna combination can force us out of Constantinople. I don't think Russia sees the Sevastopol defense. They think I'm not going to move to Moscow. And if that's the case, I'm going to support defense Constantinople. Constantinople cannot fall. And then Constantinople can these two. So this supporting this defense will succeed. In that case, Bulgaria, move to Greece. Pull Bulgaria into Greece. Why can't I do that? Oh, because it's not adjacent. Right. Okay. So in that case, because I can't defend Constantinople with Bulgarian support, because Greece will slap it. No. I'm gonna go with the Romanian double play. I need to get away from Italy. And as long as Constantinople's fleet, like the literal fleet it is alive, it can pull off stunts. And the Syrian Russian fleet or army might help us out in just running interference. I'm running for Moscow. I'm gunning for Russia. Oh my goodness, they saw it. Okay, this is awkward. Yeah, this was as I feared. Darn. Yep, okay, we moved over there. France has lost Burgundy. Germany is actually looking very powerful, and it's won the Eastern War. England is gone. We expected England to be gone, but England's gone. Let's see where England stopped existing real quick. Yeah, Germany just sort of invaded the British Isles and just wiped them out. And now Germany is pushing on France. So, situation. We have Moscow. The only way they can take Moscow back is if Ukraine moves into Moscow, supported by Sevastopol. Or if Sevastopol moves into Moscow, supported by Ukraine. We stand to gain Romania and Moscow and lose Bulgaria and Constantinople right now. And I think Italy's just going to stand by and secure its gains. I think the play is to move to Sevastopol. If Ukraine... Okay, if Sevastopol is the attacker, then this is a bait that will not come to fruition. So, like, okay. If Sevastopol's the attacker, the move is to slap Ukraine, which will let us keep Romania while stopping Moscow from falling. If Ukraine's the attacker, then the move is slapping or dislodging Sevastopol. But the only way to do that in a way that keeps Sevastopol is to attack Sevastopol. So I think we need to slap Armenia to halt the defense. We support Black Sea into Sevastopol and just try and hope everything holds. This is like the single layer of plan, but I know Russia's going to be like, I knew you'd do that. And we're also losing Bulgaria and Constantinople. We just need to vacant Ankara in the case we get an army or something to build. Okay, they baited it. They were like, all right, fine, you can have Moscow and Romania. We're taking Sevastopol back. Tragically, this means that I can't build anything. Actually, it means that I need to disband something. I don't have the units for this. Okay, I need to get rid of something. But what? Do I bite the bullet and say, all right, you've outplayed me, I can't take that back, or do I disband something down here? I'm gonna get rid of the Ankara fleet. Why am I getting rid of the Ankara fleet, you ask? Well, the answer is because I'm turning into Russia. Russia and I are going to swap places. It'll be great for both of us. It'll be just a good time. You know? You know how that could be the case? Time to move. We're going to move Sevastopol to here, and we're going to support Black Sea into Sevastopol, and we're going to move Moscow to Ukraine. Now that we have so few minutes, the moves are actually quite simple in my mind. Okay, that's a successful invasion of Sevastopol by the Black Sea. Let's see those retreats. They've moved to Armenia. Makes sense, makes sense. Now we are currently poised to lose Ankara. My plan to rectify this is to move Moscow to Warsaw and then move Romania into Ukraine. I've bungled the move real quick. Oh, right, I can't do that because Sevastopol, Ukraine is not an ocean power. Well, that stinks. Well, in that case, maybe I'll just predict something like the Bulgarian South Coast Fleet moving somewhere else, like the Aegean. Or Constantinople or something, and just hope I get in. I do not feel good about this. Ah, okay. You know what? I could have predicted this. The Warsaw defense line. Tragically, we lose Ankara, but we gain Sevastopol back. Moscow holds. Retreats are not relevant to us, but they are relevant to Russia, who just lost their St. Petersburg fleet. Things are going a little wacky. We have almost completed Russia and I swapping places. We already got the fleet on Sevastopol and the army on Moscow. Okay, time for the build. I have no build. We are now Russia. We are now Russia. And 2 armies off the board for Russia. We now have uncontested control of the Russian area. And in a bit of good news, I would say, we are facing an Italy that is mostly fleets. We can just sort of run north for the time being. In fact, we can start engaging Italy in the time-honored tradition of moving into the Black Sea, just for the heck of it. I am keeping a tight lid on Moscow, though. Well, it would seem that we have been kicked out of the Black Sea due to the power of Italy having more than one fleet. Absolutely tragic. Germany's about to have Warsaw. We're about to collapse. Turkey holding on with nothing of what they used to have. Just a wild... I know Germany's just going to take Moscow from me, but... Hold on. No. Prussia's defending Warsaw. That is exactly what Prussia's doing. This will not work, but it's the best I can do. Yep, we have been run out of town. Thanks for playing. And so we stand a lone, isolated fleet on Sevastopol. This is tragic. This is so sad. Okay, so we do actually have a meaningful choice here. Do we abandon Sevastopol or do we abandon Ukraine? In theory, it doesn't matter. We're going to lose. But I think it's still worth evaluating this. An army can move to more like Ukraine's army can move to Sevastopol, can move to Moscow, move to Warsaw, Galicia, Romania. The Sevastopol fleet can only move to Armenia and Romania and the Black Sea, but Italy ain't giving up the Black Sea. I think we need to pull a Russia. We need to disband Ukraine, move Sevastopol to Armenia, and do the same loop around strat that they tried to use on us. Now that they think that they're just going to waltz in, we're going to juke them. Italy has gotten 2 more armies and a fleet. You know, I'm actually curious to see who wins. Italy's got 15 points. Germany has gotten 16. France is Spain now. Weird how that happened. But if I can move to Armenia, I can maybe take Ankara if they think I'm doomed. Like if Italy starts mobilizing the fleet out to go fight France or Germany, then I could sneakily get back Ankara, which would be a good way to help endeavor to not perish. But more likely Constantinople's going to hold. Yep, there's the hold. They push their way into Romania. This is basically just a retreat without the battle. I am officially doomed against anyone with a brain. Tragic, really. But I'll do what I have to do. Wait, actually, we can predict the diplomatic relations here. Germany cannot take Sevastopol from Italy taking it from us by itself. The Black Sea Fleet can defend that. But if they support me into Sevastopol, then I can both live and deny Italy that point. And Germany's playing for a win. So they'll think, we got to stop Italy from just getting points. So if they think that's the case, then I think they'll try and protect me. I think Germany might actually try and support me into Sevastopol. This is our only saving grace. Germany, come on, read the room. You can stop Italy from getting a point. I might have baited them thinking Ankara, which will make this even more viable. No, Germany has failed to consider this possibility. I was doomed for a while now, I suppose. And just like that, I am officially off the board. And everyone else just sort of agreed to a draw. Good on you, everyone else. So let's do just like a casual run through of the game in a more objective matter of what happened. We can do a little bit more analysis on the situation. Russia obviously pushed Moscow south in a bid to do southern wars instead of taking Scandinavia. France did the normal thing of trying to take Spain and Portugal. Italy did its normal thing, antagonizing Austria. Germany went to Denmark, as you do. So another bid for Scandinavia. Austria did normal things, skirmishing with Warsaw a little bit. I did a normal opening. Then here we have the continuation of the French plan. A thwarted convoy of Yorkshire into Belgium. That's cool. And then the Norwegian fleet going into Norway, Denmark and Russia battling for Sweden, just haphazardly. I get into the Black Sea as Sevastopol supports Ukraine into Romania so that I don't get it. I fail to successfully predict what's going to happen and don't get to move out that fast. The battle continues. Then Russia begins a very slow vice-like push into the south. While simultaneously other things happen. I just sort of reposition, try and push into Serbia. That doesn't happen. Austria is being accosted at all sides. Italy is definitely moving anti-east. Now that Spain has been taken by France, they move back up to fight the English and the Germans. The Germans are building attack lines, I would say. Britain took St. Petersburg. That's an important thing. And that explains the Ukraine move to Moscow to try and stop that, even though they didn't really. I move into Greece. Italy, just sort of casually. Italy begins its massive offensive into Vienna. Austria starts getting torn to shreds. Then Italy was very successfully posed to be the big winner in the collapse of Austria. Given how this worked, I probably should have supported Smyrna into East Mediterranean instead of doing this double bounce. That's just me being inexperienced, I would imagine. If I did that support in, then I would have been able to push out the Italians' naval presence here, hopefully before they would have built it up as strong. Like, at this point, I could have, like, almost guaranteed the dislodging of Ionia, except Naples would have defended it. So that failed on multiple counts. And then eventually, Italy was able to take Budapest and become powerful enough to start pushing into the Turkish territory from this side. Germany, with the Scandinavian stronghold, operates a massive fleet-wide assault on the North Sea, the Norwegian coast, while England and France are just sort of fighting each other. France is also engaging Germany in land. Belgium still stays neutral. Then we've got more skirmishing over Belgium, whilst Germany makes a massive push to take the North Sea from England, which will spell disaster for England in the future moves. Russia tries to push out a little bit west to stop, well, mostly to take Vienna and such. Turkey finally figures out how to move into the East Mediterranean. But not for much benefit, because it is too late. Italy has figured out how to become incredibly powerful. And becomes the sort of massive force of the Mediterranean. It is able to then perform a slow, vice-like approach to the Eastern Mediterranean Turkish territories, while Germany finally takes Belgium and begins fighting what little of England is left in the seas, while France also tries to move in to get some prize money from that collapse. We then see Russia secure its gains, take Vienna as well, while Italy pivots to just a full-on attack on Turkey. France manages to get onto the Great British Isles, well, Great Britain, the island of Great Britain, specifically, in Wales. Though it is Germany that is better poised to take it with all of the fleets and whatnot, France is losing a bit of power on the Picardy-Burgundy line, which is tragic for them. The slow vice continues. England is split its attention between France and Germany and eventually loses to both. I try and hold the line, but Russia starts its invasion of me. I am officially betrayed by Russia. And the collapse of me is pretty quick. France and Germany appear to have both taken a defensive stance, doing nothing. But eventually, Britain falls to Germany. Germany starts attacking France, but also doubles up eventually to move towards Russia. I do my crazy maneuver to try and get Moscow, which, incredibly funny, does not work out for me. And at the end of the day, I survive just barely longer than Russia. So the final score in terms of victory is Italy and Germany tied for first, France in third, me in fourth by virtue of I survived longer than Austria, Britain, and Russia in that order. All in all, pretty good for me. For a first-time playthrough, I think that was okay. I liked it. I did okay. Look at that. The longest survivor of those who did not survive. Okay, time to play a new game, I guess. Go to the homepage. Cool. Before we continue on to the next game, let's do a small break just to reset things. Enjoy your break. Whoops, that's supposed to say BRB, not starting soon. There we go. My apologies for your inaccurate description. Hey, welcome back from whatever was going on. How you doing? I was a little late to return, but that's because I got distracted by other people's streams. We back. Okay, welcome to the second game. I am Austria, which does not bode well for me. Okay, how do I play Austria? How do I do that? I have absolutely no idea. It definitely feels like we... Okay, so there's a lot of free dots over here. I'm going to enact a generally anti-Turkish strategy, simply because I don't want to live into a world where Italy betrays me. It would go very badly for me if that were the case. So I'm going to move out like so. This will secure me Serbia. Romania, like I'm probably set. I'm probably set. This is... There are only so many possible moves you can make at the start of the game, and this is basically all I can do. Like, I want Romania. I'll settle for not having Romania, but I want it. Maybe the idea was to go Budapest to Serbia so I could then choose to, like, commit to one or the other. Okay, Venice is moving here, and we just have to hope that they don't betray us, but if they do betray us, then okay, well. Alright. Actually, I'm about to be strong-armed out of Romania, so... I think the real move is... I don't know. I don't know what the real move is. Might want to move back to Trieste just to stop Italy from doing it, but I'm going to accept that I cannot hold Romania. Well, actually, I can support Romania hold, and then move into Greece. The idea here is that Sevastopol will want to get into the Black Sea instead of this whole ordeal. So hopefully it means that this fleet will not be part of the attack on Romania. If it is, I'll just like go to Serbia or something. Get ready for the Italian betrayal in 3, 2, yep, okay, I'm doomed. I am exceptionally doomed. Oh, it's like my namesake or something. I am instantly doomed. Okay, I have one thing going for me, and it's that I have Greece. And Romania and Budapest. And like, who knows? Maybe Italy will stop murdering me really quickly. Wait, how did I keep Romania? How did I do that? Oh, right. Oh, okay. Because Armenia slapped Sevastopol, stopping this support, making it a 2 support, which let me keep it. Okay, I gotcha. Fantastic. Okay. I don't know who these Unas are, but they're losing. Okay, so we have a fleet in Greece. That's pretty cool. Now what? We could try and strong arm our way into Serbia. We could try and float here. I don't like this. I'm gonna go wild with it. I'm gonna take Bulgaria, and I'm gonna try and take Serbia. I'm basically doing like a a conquering retreat from my homeland. Which I don't think will actually work because it means I can't actually capture or build anything. But if Germany can maybe attack Italy or something and they have to like redirect their focus elsewhere, then this might be great for me. Like, look at this. Russia was trying to betray me, but I betrayed Russia and it worked out kind of sort of. Okay, it did not work out at all. I need to retreat to Budapest to somewhere and I can only go to Romania. So I'll go to Romania. Oh, wait, that fleet's gonna go to... No, I think that fleet disbands. Army, sorry. I'm too used to naval warfare. So, tragically, I've lost Budapest, but I've gained Bulgaria, as per the plan. Serbia remains unconquered. And yep, that's a solid disband on their part. Time for autumn. Well, I can't really take back Budapest. But maybe I can take Serbia. The idea is something like this, and then move Greece to the Aegean for an attack on Constantinople later. It's clear that I do not have a good mind for these things right now. Well, the Serbia offensive failed because Russia decided to take Romania and retake Budapest. That stinks. So, at the end of the day, what do I get? A fleet in the Aegean from Greece. I mean, I could do this retreat, but it won't matter. I'm going to be down to one location, and it's Greece, and I have to disband something, and I'm gonna disband the army of Greece because I've got a fleet in the Aegean that could take Constantinople or Smyrna. Except my opponents are gonna have builds, so they'll fill those in, and I'll lose anyway. I have played this incorrectly, it seems. Perhaps I was too ambitious with my goals, and letting Italy get off scot-free was not the correct move. They smelled weakness, and then they blew me up. But as soon as I understand the whys, the motivations, what each move means to make, then I'll be able to start reading my opponent and be able to understand what's going on. So, for right now, we got an Aegean fleet to move. I expect failure, but let's go for Constantinople, I guess. Oh, wow, we did it. Wacky. They're just letting people into Constantinople these days. Now, here's a funny. I can either keep this, or I can move to Ankara. Anchorage. Anchorage is on a different continent. Yep, that makes sense. They've moved back to try and slap me out of Constantinople. Even though they had no support in doing so for some reason. They could have supported Bulgaria into Constantinople if they really wanted to take me down. But I predicted that, and I moved out to another territory. I live! I continue to exist vaguely in this game. That's really all I can hope for right now. I am surrounded. But if I'm lucky, the Italian offensive might give me an opportunity to escape. Especially since Turkey seems primed to... Actually, Turkey seems doomed. Turkey seems very doomed right now. Oh no, there were disbands. We're actually okay. So, what's the hope here? If we play this right, we can survive longer than Turkey. The question is Turkey going to sacrifice everything to try and take back Ankh? The supporting question is, does it matter? Because Italy is primed to take one of these guaranteed. Assuming, yeah. If they like double up into one and then slap the other, they are guaranteed to gain control of it. And because they'll be doing that 2-on-1 strike, it means that the Constantinople Smyrna combo can never dislodge me from Ankara. Doubly so because I forgot Smyrna's a fleet and doesn't actually have access to support that at all. So we are holding pretty. I'm going to hold. Wait, no. I'm going to move into Constantinople. Just cause mild mayhem. And as expected, the Italians successfully push in. We expect that army to be disbanded, having no adjacent open spaces that are not part of the conflict. This leaves only a fleet in Smyrna, which can very easily be taken by the Italians, thus deleting Turkey from the game before me. Given these circumstances, I think another hold is in order just to ensure that this goes. I cannot be forced out unless Turkey decides to team up with Italy for some reason, but I think Italy is just gonna take me and then deal with me later. I hold a little bit of pride in that I have not only survived longer than Turkey, but colluded, schemed, performed tactics to survive longer than Turkey. With this, Turkey is officially off the board, and I, a single fleet in Ankara, exists for a little bit. I am trying to think of a way to keep alive for a little longer for the funnies of it. And my thinking is Italy has a bunch of fleets. The only way they can force me out of Ankara is to have both Constantinople and the Black Sea. Sevastopol will not move into the Black Sea because it is busy defending Romania against the Italian onslaught. Italian is currently winning the game, FYI. Probably because Turkey and Austria have just sort of collapsed to it. But that means that the only moves that they could possibly make to get Black Sea and Constantinople is Constantinople to Black Sea, unsupported, along with Aegean Smyrna support power into Constantinople. I could try and block... Oh, I gotta go to the movement phase. There we go. I could try and block Constantinople, like, so that you just have a rogue fleet in the Black Sea. And I would certainly try and do this if I knew Russia was going to try and take the Black Sea. But I don't think they will. So the actual move is to stop Black Sea's acquisition. But this is a 50-50. If Italy thinks I'm going to do this, they'll just move into Ankara directly. But I think this is the way to do it. It's either move in the Black Sea or hold. Or move in the Black Sea or move into Constantinople with the inevitable bounce back. But it's based on whether Constantinople is going to go into the Black Sea or try and predict my defense. I'm going to try and go for the Black Sea. See how much good it does me. Success! We have successfully predicted the Italians' actions. And Ankara is now guaranteed to exist for a little bit longer. And it's all thanks to, well, me predicting that option, but turns out I could have also tried and go for Constantinople. Not that it would have mattered. Either way, success. Now the question is, do I try that again or simply hold my own? Now that they've seen that and that it didn't work, they might try and do the Ankara thing now. And in the hope that Russia will move into the Black Sea anyway, I am going to move Constantinople. This is basically a hold, but more symbolic. Actually, it could work. The Aegean move-in cannot be supported. That's, well, okay. Oh, it can be definitely be supported by Bulgaria. And no, wait, no, they didn't. Right, they were busy defending Romania. So yes, Constantinople flees in the Black Sea, but they still don't have majority on me. Tragic news for Russia, though. Just full confession. It's unfortunate that they will now probably lose Sevastopol. Still, though, I'm surviving. And if I survive good enough, I might survive longer than Britain even. Germany also looking pretty weak compared to its neighbors. France is on a warpath. Italy's on a warpath. If I can just hold on another year, I could up my rating in the ranks. Okay, spring movement. My only option is move Constantinople. Unless they bait me out and don't move to Constantinople and take Ankara, but then I gain Constantinople anyway, so that's fine to me. And even if they're like, we're gonna slap you back, no, I can just move to Smyrna. I can move to the Smir. And it seems that they are not. They are trying to stop Russia from retaking Romania, which works, actually. Yeah, Italy and Russia are at war. They don't care about a single fleet in the south of the Black Sea. They don't care about me. I am not their priority. Looking at the north. France has gotten into Edinburgh. Kyiv is on the doorstep of Denmark, but does not have the power to actually take it. Not enough firepower. Unless Denmark moves out for some weird reason. Germany is standing there. It's possible that they're setting aside their differences to take out Italy because Italy is powerful and the only person in the ballpark of Italy is Russia right now. So maybe this is some sort of massive coalition. I don't think it involves Britain. I think Britain's just being steamed over for more resources. But how army-centric France and Russia is right now probably means they can hold off Italy, which is very army-centric itself. And I think that army-centrism is part of why I'm still alive. But as normal, halt the Constantinople invasion. You cannot stop me in a way that eliminates you. Okay, and once again, we see the stalemate continue. Sevastopol holds thanks to Ukraine. Romania could not get in. Black Sea is ignoring me. And the Aegean fleet cannot move in to power me out fully. And Italy cannot afford to spare an army unit to do it in their stead. Okay, winter builds. Let's see how it goes. France is on 10. I should have maybe noticed that. France is second to Italy. And Russia is, yeah, a reasonable power. But right now it seems like, yes. Yes, it seems like. Russia and France may perform a minor teamwork action to take Denmark together. I hope that happens because it means I will finally be able to say that I survived longer than Britain in this game. We're kind of on equal footing right now. But my orders have not changed. I am denying the Aegean entry. In the hope that Bulgaria cannot afford to be a part of this fight, this should keep working. Oh! Okay, that's interesting. Russia is falling back. And this has caused the Sevastopol fleet to move to Armenia. That's a little dangerous. Okay, I think this means that my days are numbered. But not immediately. Italy needs to keep Sevastopol. Like, they need to continue to hold it. Which means that they cannot just turn around immediately and wipe out the Armenian fleet. Especially since it's stuck there. Sevastopol, Black Sea combo to take Armenia would... Unless it was done by the Black Sea fleet. Sevastopol supports Black Sea into Armenia, would destroy Armenia, whilst keeping Sevastopol. And if they do that, I should move to the Black Sea to get my pick of whatever is readily available. No, actually, this would just let Armenia retreat to Ankara. No, I'm sticking with the Constantinople strategy. Because I think that what they'll do instead is like Romania to Ukraine supported by Sevastopol or something of that nature. They tried to take Ankara from me directly. Just they assumed I would move. I had nowhere to go to. This is literally an impossible move on your part. Oh, whatever. Looks like England is trying to stop France by defending at Kyiv. But the North Sea heel will probably destroy it. Unless Germany wants to provide its own support. But I am alone here. So there are now two options on Italy's side to potentially destroy me. It is either Sevastopol to Armenia to just sort of like right hook around. The danger of that is that they are leaving Sevastopol open for a Russian retaliation, though they're a little far away. The other option is to actually, that's it. But if I move to stop that, then the Aegean fleet will move in. And I don't want the Aegean fleet to move in. This is silly. Wait, hold on just a little longer. I can I can survive longer than Britain. The lone fleet, the lone Austrian fleet, taking refuge. I mean, I guess I legally have jurisdiction over Albania because no one's bothered to step back in it, so I can be a minor non-military civilian power. I can become a governor, maybe a duchy. I can become Duke of Albania. This is a move-heavy turn. Italy's on 15. I think it needs 3 more to win. I don't think anyone's going to want to let that happen. I'm doing my part by denying them Ankara. Anchorage. I'll just call it Anchorage. The real Anchorage is not on this board, but it's here in spirit. Move back, let's move forward. Yeah, they're thinking. You have to wonder what kind of wild calculations they got to be performing for there to not have been a move yet. Well, that sets Italy up too. What are they doing? What are they thinking? Oh, no, wait, it's my... I never hit ready. It's my fault. I'm the one who's up to something. Oh, oopsie me. My mistake. There we are. As expected, they're too busy doing Ukrainian stuff to actually dislodge me from the universe. Very good, very good. The surprise to me, though, is that France has decided to prioritize taking Kiel. Which I suppose makes sense. It is sort of the cornerstone of German defense. That means that, like, France's main plan is to just steal and thieve and plunder. I suppose it's not really well positioned to fight Italy, so it's just trying to capture stuff before Italy does, maybe? Well, welcome to autumn. I am canonically surviving to the end of the year. I shall see 2009. The plan is the same. Deny Constant. Italy is powerful, but I think Italy is only powerful because I am abysmal at the 2 powers directly relevant to stopping Italy. I'm abysmal in general, but I've gotten the 2 powers that are supposed to stop Italy back to back. Hence why it's a problem. Okay, now this time it's not my fault. I am not the one who is failing to actually ready up. I'm readied. My orders are ready. It says orders ready. We're good. There we go. Oh, that's interesting. Italy says, forget this, I'm leaving. Abandons the Aegean. That is very, very interesting. That is very, very, very interesting. This means that I'm guaranteed to survive for longer, but is there more I could do, perhaps? Here's my idea. It's clear that Italy wants to redeploy all of their fleets in order to help support against the French. If I let Italy do that, they will have Constantinople undefended. So now that the Aegean cannot move into Constantinople this turn, I think my order is to hold. Let them go to Constantinople. Let them go to the Aegean. I take Constantinople behind their back and just proceed. Hold. Oh, also, just in case I haven't been paying attention to the north, Britain's gone. So that's good for me and my pride. For as bad as I've played Austria, just collapsing year one, I still survived longer than Britain, Turkey, and, as it appears, Germany. All in all, pretty good. And now we move on to autumn. As I expected, the Italian fleet has moved to Constantinople in preparation to move to the Aegean. I will follow them out, so to speak. This is autumn, so as long as that Berlin... Well, even if Berlin doesn't happen, somebody else will take it. And it is Italy. Aha! They tried to pull a sneaky on me. Didn't work. If they thought I would take the opportunity to go to the Black Sea, they were mistaken. That said, maybe I should have predicted that they would move to Constantinople earlier to take the Black Sea so I could take, like, Romania or something. That would have been funny. Either way, that is Germany off the board. We are back to there being 4 powers and me being one of them. I stand in a solid 4th place, though I think the game is over. Italy now has 18 dots on the board, which is an official end. I have gained the most honorable status of survived. Italy has won. Last game was a 3-way draw between, I think, Italy, Russia, and Germany. Maybe France was... No, France was... Was France there? I don't remember. But the point is, in this game, I not only was in 4th place just like last time, but I lived. I was not made destroyed. I was not defeated. I survived. And Austria is now a Duchy of Ankara. Pretty good. Cool. That went quickly. Let's see if we can't do a little. New game. Please be someone new. Would you kindly? I mean, I know I don't get to choose, but Turkey and Austria are scary. Honestly, at this point, give me Italy so I can win. I'm Italy! I can win! I know exactly what to do. Get to the Ionian. I'm ready. This is how you open with Italy sometimes. This is not to imply that this is how you open it with Italy all the time, but it's how I'm opening with Italy. This is how I've opened with Italy every time I've played Italy, which is this time. This is the complete set. And it didn't work. Maybe I should antagonize France. That'd be funny. Interesting, interesting. We could take Tunis with a little back-to-back triple. I expect Austria will try and stop me from getting into Trieste. So I'm going to move to here again. And I'm going to move Rome to Venice. And the Ionian will... We'll play it passive. We'll go to Thun. I got to make sure I get something or else I'll be in trouble. This probably means that Austria will get Greece. Because, like, what else is that fleet doing? Aside from maybe going back to Trieste. I'm willing to try. I'm okay with this. It's passive, but it's still positive. And depending on what Italy does, or what France does, we can maybe capitalize. Okay, as expected, they went for Greece. We were able to secure our singular build, and we shall make a fleet at Naples. I've got a wild idea. I've actually got a few wild ideas. We have options. So the immediate thought is that, well, okay, let's see what people build first before we start making diabolical schemes. Because Austria is going to build an army of Vienna because they have to build an army of Vienna. Yep, there's the army of Vienna. So... my genuine thought is, what if we fall back? Like Venice to Rome or something. And then like Tunis to Tis and Naples to Ione. And then we do like a big convoy to Albania. Alternatively, what if we antagonized France? It's not common to antagonize France. But maybe Austria and Germany can sort of like be at odds with each other. Germany and France can be at odds with each other. And then we take Iberia. Let's redeploy. Actually, you hold. No, you... I have too many things I want to do, and I don't have enough units to do them. While also defending what I own. Like, Austria's surrounded. They'll probably be grateful that we're not part of the dog pile. Problem is that I'm a little unhappy that we have to state our hostile French intentions so early. But I really want us to get a fleet into Lyon. Okay. Out of a desire to not be absolutely insane, I'm going to hold Venice. Wait, no, actually, no. I'm not holding Venice at all. I'm moving the Tooth. This is going to be a disaster, and I accept that, but this is how I learn. By disasterizing. Okay, my disaster has not been a masterful bit of ruination. We do be surviving. Austria probably knows I'm up to something, though, so I'm going to move back to Venice just to sort of bounce defensively. Okay, so what's the over-under on Spain trying to go to Leonia? If they go to Leonia, then they'll flap back and... Alternatively, we can make a break for the Mid-Atlantic. Whilst also trying to take Leonia. For ultimate Mar war. And then we don't need the Tuscany convoy then. At least not yet. Alright, get ready. We're fighting France. Yeah, they held. That makes sense. Okay, so real fun times are being had. Italy has made it to the Mid-Atlantic. We are now guaranteed Spain. We can take Iberia. And we shall do that. As soon as these retreats get keyed in. Actually, no, we can't. There are ways we lose, and they all have to do with the fact that people can build armies and fleets and stuff. So we gotta see what they choose to build. Turkey may be poised to stab us in the back, given that they're Aegean. But that Aegean seems like it's fighting Greece, Albany, but like now that things are going up the Adriatic, that's gonna slap around and take Tunis and Naples. Thus is the weakness of the thing I am doing, yeah? In that case, I should probably take the Venice army, move south. Austria's got way too many problems of its own. Yeah, you go back to Rome. I need you to slap Mars so that they cannot defend against this. And I'm going to... I could concentrate on one location, but the Brest fleet could stop me. So this is the question. Is the Spain fleet going to go to Portugal to defend against that, or is it going to go to... Is it going to stay? I am nearly convinced it will stay. But by doing this, I cover both bases. And whatever one it doesn't do, very likely I will be able to capitalize. This move out of Venice is to defend against a potential Turkey to Ionian deal of Naples. I can't stop them from taking Tunis, but I can stop them from taking Naples. And it should be fine because I'm getting Spain and or Portugal. And unless something really wild happens, I'm not going to get Marsupial. But it'd be really funny if I got Marsupial. Okay, as predicted, they stayed. Tried to hold the line, which means Portugal is mine. But I can't keep it. The combination of Mid-Atlantic Ocean and Spain will force out Portugal at the cost of the English being able to just run wild. France is in a bad spot. It's going to lose something, but like what it chooses to lose will either benefit me or not benefit me at all. I could support Portugal into the one of the coasts of Spain. I could. That would defend Mid-Atlantic Ocean, but it would make me lose Portugal probably. Using Portugal to support Leo into Spain or anywhere. Would get me that, but lose me. Thing. Oh, no. The real danger. I see it. It's that Mid-Atlantic Ocean can now just hold Spain. And like this triangle exists. But if that triangle exists, then that means that I won't lose Portugal. I'm going to assume they're going to go defensive. I'm going to try and take Mar just through brute force. I doubt Burgundy's going to be defending Mar because it's too busy defending Belgium. And then move this fleet to Tuscany to maybe convoy later. Just for speed. Actually, move it back to Venice. I should have maybe just took Trieste while I had the chance. Yeah, I predicted something like this would happen. We've taken Mar, though. And that's being disbanded. They've taken Tunis, so I'm not going to get another thing. This was basically just the Turkish disband fleet. The good news is that we've made it through Mar. And the French are pretty doomed. Between me and Germany, they don't have many options. Starting to regret the failure to convoy. But now we can start fighting the Turks, who very much need to be fought. Wait, the French lost territory, yeah? I only see 3 dots. I don't think Picardy is one. I don't think Burgundy is one either. Portland, Spain, and Paris. Because the English got Brest. Yeah, they are forced to disband the Berlin fleet. Sorry, the Portugal fleet. I don't know why I said Berlin. Berlin's way over there. That is good. Okay, how do we secure this? I'm afraid if I move out of Naples, the Idonian will just go into Naples and take it from me. How do we do this? Mars support Leonia into Spain would allow me to get Spain and Portugal in the mid-future, I think. But comes at the cost of a Burgundy slap. I don't know if Burgundy slap is even feasible because it would be collapsing to the Germans. So I'm gonna do that. Unknown error saving our service indicated that API call wasn't valid. I'll just do it again just in case. Oh, okay. Right. I gotta go to South Coast. And then I guess, hold, I think. Best for you. Waiting for an opportunity to stab Austria in the back. Just get Trieste so I don't collapse. Oh, they were trying to take me down, but it didn't work because I took them down. How does it feel? Ah, frick, they went to Poland. Or Portugal. I don't know why I said Poland. Okay, this means that I will not be taking Portugal today. But I should be holding on to everything else. Austria has been a staunch ally and a major defender of the threats to the east, so I will not actually take Trieste. I will instead make a general play for support. As I move in. On the off chance that they allow me to do this, I'll do that. Portugal's pretty stuck, though. Yep, I'm trusting Austria. To my detriment. But, like, Austria is very busy right now. I don't expect them to pull anything while I'm gone. Yeah, they're just holding. They're just holding the line very well. Okay, we've got something. So my plan right now is, okay, keep Austria alive. Austria basically has no autonomy. It's just a wall. And as long as Austria is just a wall, I can work with it. My plan is to go to war with Turkey. That is my intention. Fleet Rome. And that should convey to Austria the fact that we are buddies. Okay. So, you think Portugal's gonna leave? I don't think so. The most reliable way, I think, to be able to do that would be a move of this to Spain, a move of this to Mid-Atlantic Ocean, betting that they don't leave. If they do leave, I should just walk into Portugal right now, but I don't think they'll leave. Then move here to Mar, and then move this out while this supports this move out. Tunis cannot stop me. Austria will continue to hold. The Turkish fleet is not powerful enough to stop me immediately. I'm a little worried about this move because it suggests maybe a back rank walk into Venice by Germany, but we'll see if that's see if that happens. Actually, no. I'd rather hold the line. So this will be the trade-off. If this succeeds, I win. At the cost of Venice in the future. But if it fails, I'm still in the position to win Venice. And I think it's more likely to fail, which is why I'm okay with doing this. Okay, it failed and Germany did not betray me. So that's sort of the worst of both. That's okay, though. I think at this point I'm incentivized to help France stay alive. Germany's powerful, and we should probably stop them. But I want Tunis back. Okay, get into the Ionian. Risky move. I'm gonna do this though. Wait, if I let France live. Oh, right. North Coast, South Coast dichotomy. Well, that stinks. Here's the play. Here's a play. I could support Germany in destroy. No, I can't. Yeah, this is necessary. This is a necessary defensive option. Ay. I'm holding, but not well. Maybe if I move Piedmont to Tyrolia, we could make Munich a thing that Germany had to like step back to defend. Actually, I have time to do that. Changing the plan. Support hold Mar. We are changing the front lines. Now I'm ready. Okay, you held. Interesting. Austria is still an impenetrable wall. Chump tried to take Spain. Okay, France is almost dead. Okay, all forces focus fire on Germany, I guess. Ah, frick, they built an army there. Okay. France is about to be destroyed. Germany is about to be the world threat. How do we respond? Support on Mar. Time we move to Munich. It states my intentions to Austria, so Austria can be a little less scared of me. While simultaneously... And this is a risky move. Naples to here. If they... Like, the idea is to take Tunis. Through the double up strat. Okay, as expected, things hold. France has left. Terrifying. I do not think we are well positioned to stop the German threat. They are running away with it. Let's go to movement. Move you. Support you. Tunis will be ours. Because you can't afford to do that. You wanna take Albania. Moving to Portugal will give me Portugal. They might take Mar. Just by raw power. So I want to pivot to being in Spain to defend that. The Bohemia. Try and get behind them. Under no circumstances attack Austria. Aha! We predicted your actions, but I didn't get Tunis. And France is gone. Oh no, Austria is collapsed slightly. Oh no. That is terrible. We got no builds because we gained Portugal and lost Mar, and we did not gain Thun. Okay, this is bad. This is very bad for us. And it's gonna get worse quickly. We need to support Spain in holding. Move Tis to Ionia? No. The problem is they don't need to support defend anymore. They know what they want. What they want is they want to take Naples. Meanwhile, over here, I'm going out. I'm going way out. I'm going to silly. I'm going to silly land. And it will bring me great silliness. The collapse of the Austrian defensive line is horrendous news. I do not support this. Okay. We were able to successfully defend Spain. Tunis and Ionian were successfully defending against my potential threat. The Naples fleet is operating under relative uselessness right now. Germany has walked into Liverpool. Is that Liverpool or is that one Liverpool? That one's London. That one's Liverpool. Of course, I know where London is. I know where they put it. Okay, the auto movement here has potential. Because it's basically just going to be a giant chain of guesses. If we're lucky, we get in places. A support defense there, I definitely think is necessary. Move back to there. Now the question. Do we capitalize to take Brest? I think we do. This is a question. Do we think they'll move Kiel to Berlin? Or do we think they'll move Munich to Berlin? Do we take Warsaw? I think taking Warsaw is the very helping out Austria strategy, which is why I want to do it. Because assuming a general level of aggression that Russia has had up to this point. Oh, but taking Berlin would be fantastic. I could just walk there. I don't want Germany to, I don't want Russia to be too weak. Then it would stop being able to bottle up Turkey. Maybe I do go for Berlin. It'll at least scare the heck out of the Germans. And the threat won't really go away. Maybe me and Britain can sort of forge an alliance out of a common enemy. Okay, they've blocked on all fronts, but things are stable on all fronts. Okay, so they blocked that, so nothing to do here. They've taken back Denmark. So no possible from silly would have worked, which is fine to me. This army unit is basically just a a free addition to Austria's defense. Plus, I'm still around. I'm causing problems for people. What I'm really curious about is what England is going to do right now. Because England has an army in St. Petersburg, which is threatening Moscow. And if it's threatening Moscow, that means the only way that Russia can stop it is by moving Warsaw back. And if they move Warsaw back, then I have a chance to get Warsaw. That's a good strategy, I think. It's not who I really want to antagonize, but I need some checks and balance against Germany. Dang it, they've disbanded both of them. And they've built another army at Berlin. Well, that changes that plan. So the new plan, maybe, is to take this silly unit and race to take St. Petersburg and Moscow behind everyone's backs. Extremely silly. But it could work. So now I think, instead of trying to go for Brest, we support Spain into Gascon. Move this fleet to... No, move west into Lyon, and then... I don't know, try and steal Tunis while they're not looking. Like, there's got to be a way through. And this fleet, if it's not defending Brest and it's doing like a London or move to North Sea kind of thing, then the only way to defend the Brest move would be to move Gascony up, which means I think we should get through. We do not get through. They do defend Brest with the fleet. But that's okay. We are now a bit better positioned for this offensive. We can now support this into Mar while using Mid-Atlantic to slap gas. And then... I don't really have a use for this fleet at the moment. So just keep slapping Tunis. So here's the question. They've moved out of Berlin to try and slap me there. It did not work because I just walked out anyway. Now the question is, do I like turn around, try and take Berlin as a funny? I don't think that'll work. I'm going to move to Laverne. If all works, if all goes well, I'm taking either Moscow or St. Petersburg, maybe. That'll be funny. This is definitely the most stable game of diplomacy I've played so far, out of the three of them. Probably because I didn't just throw myself at one particular enemy and then get disintegrated from behind me as much. Like, we're in 1908 and I'm feeling okay. I'm definitely feeling a little uncomfortable on all the fronts of the war. But so long as nothing bad happens, things will be reasonable. We have lost Spain. Things are no longer reasonable. Ah, they self-bounced. Was right to do that, but I've lost Spain. Oh, but I've taken Gascony for some reason. So now I go to Portugal, and now we do something weird here. They've also attacked me in there, so West Mediterranean it is. All right, I've lost something. I need to delete a thing. Wait, I need to delete two things? Austria, what have you done? This is a retreat. That was a retreat into Venice. Okay. Delete fleet gas, delete Portugal. We need to turn back around and defend our homeland. Oh, time to move. And I think given all that we've seen... Actually, let's predict Warsaw for a little bit. The unit on Warsaw has moved there from Moscow earlier, and we've done a lot of movement. We can try and take Moscow, which they can defend by moving Warsaw to Moscow. We could predict that they would defend Moscow by moving Warsaw to Moscow, by moving to Warsaw instead, but if they expect that, then they might just do like Warsaw to Moscow, Galicia to Warsaw, and then we're out of luck. We could try and go for St. Petersburg, but that would imply that Norway moves to defend St. Petersburg, which I don't think really helps the British in any way. Yeah, we're gonna go to St. Petersburg, and then Leonia to Tis and West to Thun. This will at least keep us neutral for the time being. Okay, I said we were doing good. We are no longer doing good. We, as Italy, are going to try and take St. Petersburg. And it worked! Oh. That's not good. Okay, we have successfully taken St. Petersburg and Tunis at the cost of everything we hold dear. Okay, now we fight to take stuff back. No, because they'll just support Aegean into Ionian. That won't work. Hold here. It's too important that we keep this. And then, just in case they think that we're primed to leave, let's just try and take Moscow real quick. France has collapsed. Its power goes to Germany. I'm under attack by the Turks. Yeah, I successfully predicted that. I maybe should have bounced it then. And Germany takes Warsaw. Wait a minute. They didn't take Portugal. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So we don't lose anything. Yeah, so nothing to commit. Well, France is gone. Turkey is running amok. Germany is dominant. I think when the dust settles, this is going to be a Germany versus Turkey endgame. I reckon we should start acting as a coalition. I do spot an opportunity. Germany is very much trying to take the Italian peninsula. But maybe Turkey can stop them. We want to make the Germany-Turkey battle line as big as possible. Which means we want to move out to the Atlantic Ocean. Tragically, we are going to lose St. Petersburg at this rate. So I'm going to make the temporary step back into Finland. Wait, maybe we can ally with Russia at like the very end. We can defend the invasion of Germany into the north. And they'll be okay with it. Yeah, no, of course not. They very explicitly want me dead. Well, to Finland I go. But here's the method to my madness. We can take Marseille or Spain. Or both. One of the two. You know, as soon as the retreats are. Oh wait, no, that's my fault. That was me. That was me. That was my bad. Okay, autumn movement. We move Marseille. We move Spain. They can't defend them all. And Finland can move to St. Petersburg in the hopes that Laverne will help us into St. Petersburg, though I doubt it. They're probably just going to dogpile Moscow, and by me attacking this, it'll stop the defense of Moscow. So actually, I shouldn't do that at all. And I should support Norway into Sweden. Britain, I am officially helping you to sabotage Germany. Oh my goodness, it worked. It worked. We got Germany out of Sweden. It worked. Oh, they used me to self-bounce. I should have thought of that. That was just bad planning on my part. And I'm taking two. So I'm gonna have one thing left thanks to Portugal. Sweden has to move out to bot. Portugal is indefensible. I need to get rid of two things. Finland, you served your purpose. West Mediterranean, you're gone. Okay, Leonia, it's up to you to predict the enemy's movements to either take Spain or Marsupial. Except that won't work because Mid-Atlantic Ocean's gonna try and backfill to Spain. But if they do that, they can't take Portugal, so that means we're still living. And just like that, Austria is off the board. Germany gets 2 locations instead of 3. Thanks to me helping Sweden, they didn't get a 3rd. Okay. Spain it is. Just exit the area. I'm gonna go be Portugal now. Oh, that was a word I didn't ready, but I'm ready. Yes, it worked! We tricked them. We successfully predicted their actions, and as a result, we are in. And it looks like Turkey is on the attack. They've taken Venice. They've taken Romania. Okay, so there's absolutely no possible way I'm defending against the combination of Portugal and Marseille. I am going to need to... I don't know. Maybe Turkey could bail me out? I'm not sure. Turkey would be incentivized to stop them from getting this back. So I'm actually just going to hold and hope this works. I think I played an interesting game there. Not a good one, but an interesting one. I had cool ideas. I made some machinations occur on the board. I influenced events. Yeah, no such luck with Turkey. They do not care. Which is weird considering they are in second place. In retrospect, was there any move that could have saved me given these conditions? No. Unfortunate. But maybe I've tilted the tide a little bit. Germany and Turkey have a very wide theater of war, which means they will be spread thin, and this will hopefully give Russia and Britain a little bit of time to defend. The retreats move in. It doesn't matter. I'm disbanding. Italy has been run out by the Turks and silenced by the Germans. And it is over. A draw between England, Germany, Turkey, and Russia. I stand in 4th place, having survived longer than Austria and France. Pretty good, pretty good. What are all these things? Oh, they got a legacy board? What does that do? Oh, it just brings me back to the main page for some reason. Cool. Okay, you know what? I think I'm good. That was 3 solid diplomacy matches. And I did reasonably okay as Turkey to start. Then I did abysmally as Austria, but managed to survive to the end by taking Ankara. And then I played an interesting, stable match of Italy until it all fell apart. I think that's pretty good. Diplomacy is fun. I don't know how good I'm going to be in the long term, but I think I did pretty good against blind opponents now. Who knows? Maybe I can start playing with other people. There are communities. Maybe I'll find one. Maybe one will find me. Both options I accept. I'm gonna go. I'm exception. This is in TV. Have a good day and good night.